20 years ago today, this song I'm about to play was the number one song in America. It was my first number one song. And today's the anniversary. 20. That's another way of saying I'm really old. Super old. I was old when that happened. I wrote this with Brett Beavers and Dirk Bentley, and we wrote it at Sony Music Publishing in Nashville, and they'd recorded. Dirks had already recorded one of my songs. It was a song called "Distant Shore," which was on his first album, and I mean it would become his first album. They hadn't released anything yet. Nobody knew who he was. Just a guy with a weird name from Arizona. And so I asked Brett, who was producing the project. They'd already recorded the one. I said, "Do you guys need anything for this next? You're going into the studio again. What do you need? Like, what are you lacking?" And he said, "We really don't have like a super up-tempo song. I mean, we've got a lot of mid-tempos, but we don't have like a real barn burner like we used to have in country. You know, just a fast. I'm Moving On, Hank Snow. You know, like a really fast song." And I said, "Okay." And so my wife and I were renting a little house in Whites Creek, Tennessee, and we lived in it was a 35-acre, like, they had horses on this farm, and we lived in the rental house. And I had my office was in the bedroom, and so I had this little alcove in the bedroom that I'd look out over Old Hickory Boulevard, and the night before, Brett and I were going to write to try, it was my shot to get another song on this record. I came up with this little guitar part. And that part, I thought that's cool. And I took that into Brett. I said, how's this sound? He said, "I like that a lot." So he and I wrote a verse, 2 verses and a chorus. Saw the time we had. He went and played it for Dirks. Dirks was like, "Man, I don't know." And he was like, "Trust me, just finish it with us." So next week he came over to the writing space. We finished this song, and it was the first number one song for him as an artist. It was the first number one song for all 3 of us as songwriters, and literally opened the doors we had in our career. All of them opened individually for all of us because of this song. So yeah. I'll leave you with this one. Thank you guys again for being so attentive. You've been a great audience tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, Will. If you know this, sing along. This is called "What Was I Thinking?" Was a beauty from South Alabama. Her daddy had a heart like a 9-pound hammer. Think he even did a little time in the slammer. What was I thinking? One night she snuck out, met me by the front gate. Her daddy ran out, waving that 12 gauge. We tore out the drive, peppered my tailgate. What was I thinking? Well, I knew there'd be hell to pay, but it crossed my mind a little too late. I'm thinking about a little white tank top sitting right there in the middle by me. I was singing about a long-kissed man just trying to get going where the night might lead. Know what I was feeling, but what was I thinking? By the county line, cops were nipping on our heels. Pulled off the road, kicked every 4-wheel, shut off the lights, tore through a cornfield. What was I thinking? Out the other side, she was hollering fast. She took a dirt road and the radio blasting, hit the honky tonk for a little close dancing. What was I thinking? Well, I knew there'd be hell to pay, but it crossed my mind a little too late. Well, I was thinking about a little white tank top sitting right there in the middle by me. What was I thinking? Yeah. And swipe. Hey, there's a lot of words in this song, man. I didn't record the damn thing. I don't need to remember it. You'll sing it for me? Sweet. So, growing up in Bracebridge, Ontario, in the middle of the woods in a log cabin like I did. True story. Every Friday night at 8 o'clock, my cousins and brothers and I, all 11 of us, we'd gather around the old black and white TV. And we'd dial in a little thing called the Dukes of Hazzard. And when I say we'd dial in the Dukes of Hazzard, I don't mean we'd pick up one of 11 remotes, dial in a satellite. This was 1983. It was me outside the house turning the antenna, like my hands like this, and my brother knocking on the window when the lines went away from Daisy Duke's face. So anyway, 15, 20 years later, I'm sitting in a room in Nashville, Tennessee, and Dirk Bentley tells me, dude, the first record I ever had, my dad bought for me, was a 45 of a Waylon Jennings song called Good Old Boys, the ballad of the Dukes of Hazzard. And I said, my friend, it is no accident that we are here today. It is our obligation, it is our country music destiny to be writing this song and to get a Dukes of Hazzard reference in the next verse. And it goes by quick, but it goes like this. When a mountain of a man with a born to kill tattoo tried to cut in, knocked out his front tooth, ran outside hood sliding like Bo Duke. What was I thinking? When I finally got her home, it was 2:30. Later, daddy's in a lawn chair, sitting on a driveway, put it in park. He started my way. What was I thinking? Yeah, what was I thinking? Yeah, what was I thinking? When she gave a come and get the grin, and like a bullet we were gonna get. And I was thinking about a little white tank top sitting right there in the middle by me. Thinking about a long kiss, man, just gotta get going when the night might leave. Well, I know what I was feeling. Yeah, I know what I was feeling. But what was I thinking? What was I thinking? I was thinking about a Friday night in Greeley, Colorado. Thank you guys so much.